Oh, that's mine.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's from when we decided to have tea together and I just started crying and yelling at you.
Oh, I don't think that's what happened.
I didn't do that. I lied. I made that up.
All right.
That's what I do. I cry and yell at people whenever I have tea. It's kind of like an emotional trigger. I don't control it. I can't. Do you think recording with a mask on fucks up the audio?
That's a great question. Probably a little bit. I know that when I'm on the phone with people and I have a mask on, it sounds weird. They can't hear me sometimes.
Yeah.
What percentage of the time when you claim weird shit like that do you think people believe you?
Oh, when I just say an outlandish, untrue thing.
Yeah. Sometimes you say some that aren't that outlandish. It's if you were a weirdo, you might just do that.
Yeah. I have done things like that before. Because that used to happen to me at shows.
Because you would tell people that you freak out all the time and they'd be like, oh.
No, well, because when you're talking to, it's random people. So people that don't know me in any capacity at all. Yeah. I think because when you meet a stranger, some people assume sincerity. Completely. Completely. Do you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'll be like, yeah, I just got out of prison. And they'll be like, what?
The thing that's so funny,
really?
The thing that's so funny about this to me is that from your lens, the fact that they believe you is the weird part of this exchange. Maybe you just shouldn't tell strangers you just got out of prison. Maybe that's the part that's messing up the dynamic a little bit.
I stopped making jokes like that in high school, I felt like, because I had one friend where she asked me if she could have a glass of water, and I was just like, no, we're trying to save on the water bill.
She believed you?
She believed me because she was so awkward and nervous.
Oh.
And I didn't know that she did, and I assumed that maybe she would just go get a glass of water from the sink.
That's so sad.
But she didn't, and she just sat there without a cup of water for an hour.
So sad. You left her for an hour?
I don't, maybe it wasn't an hour, I don't know, it was a long time ago, but...
High school, man.
Yeah, but then I kind of realized that every time I just, literally lied to somebody as a joke, if they believed me, it made them not believe me next time I told them something serious.
Yeah. So
I just felt bad, because I was like, no one will like me.
You cried wolf.
I cried wolf. A lot. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah.
And the inverse, I think I found that I lie to people a lot to accommodate them, and they believe me every time.
I'm not hungry.
Yeah, I don't eat, actually.
I've never peed before. I don't need your bathroom.
A bathroom? I've never farted in my life.
I've been holding my pee for 19 hours.
I love your giant slobbery dog.
Oh my god.
Isn't
that the worst?
Yeah, people are so rude about their dogs. My cat is fucking adorable. I'm just gonna say it, fuck dog people. I love my cat, but I know that he is obnoxious and clumsy, and he will get fur on you and bite your hand if you pet him for too long. So when he goes up to people that have never met him before, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry about my cat, and I move him away. Until they say, no, I like your cat, I'd like to pet him, and then I let them do their thing. Dog people are just here's fucking Rocco, and he just jumps on you and beats the fuck out of you and spits all over you, and they're like, isn't he he's talking, he's so cute.
Look, he's smiling.
Yeah, no.
Look, the dog is smiling.
No. Fuck dogs.
Yeah.
Actually, not fuck dogs, I like dogs. And good dog people are sick. Good dog people are adventure buddies, but bad dog people are just really annoying.
I haven't gone on that many dog adventures in recent history.
I used to have a roommate that had a golden retriever. It was pretty cool. We'd go on hikes with him. He was my bud.
Yeah. Golden retriever roommates.
Yeah. It's nice, because you get all the benefits of having a dog, but you can just leave.
You don't buy food for it.
Yeah, it's like being an aunt, I'd imagine.
Yeah, actually.
I'm not an aunt, but...
I am an uncle.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You like that? Is it like having a golden retriever?
Yes. Well, it's kind of tough because... Well, it's kind of I don't actually feel like an uncle.
Yeah.
Because my niece was born in 2005.
So how old?
And she's a teenage girl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, how old does that make her? 15?
You should know.
I don't fucking know. It's not that I don't know how old she is.
She's turning 16.
I always forget. I look at her and I'm like, you're 12, right?
It's me and my little brother. My youngest brother is 18, turning 19 this year. And I look at him and I think he's 12 all the time still. You
know what was the weird thing to discover too? Is that my youngest brother is the same age as you.
Yeah.
So like...
That was kind of weird when I met him for the first time, and it was just like, this is my peer.
Right, because I'm like, my younger brother.
Yeah. I was expecting, like, a little brother for some reason, even though I totally knew.
Yeah. That's
also,
funny.
yeah.
Yeah.
We follow each other on Instagram.
Yeah, I know. He followed the podcast.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, if you're listening, shout out.
Sorry, I thought you were 12.
Well, you thought he was 12 based off of stories.
Yeah.
Not seeing him.
Oh, yeah, no.
I didn't, like, see him and think he's 12. He's, like, taller than me.
Yeah. Why is the youngest sibling always the tallest?
I don't know, actually.
Noah's, like, 6'3" now, and it's fucked.
True.
It's fucked up.
He is pretty tall, yeah.
He's so tall.
Is your dad, like, over 6 feet?
Yeah, my dad... Noah's taller than my dad. And my dad is... Actually, I think my dad is 6'3", so Noah must be, like...
6'4".
That's insane. That's so weird. Considering he was, like, 4'5", like, 3 years ago.
Right.
He had a growth spurt all in one summer. I should stop talking about this. If he finds out I'm talking about this on a podcast, he'll kill me.
Can we just pause for... Isn't that the grossest word?
What?
Ever? Growth spurt?
Yeah,
what does that mean?
gross.
Is that gross spurt?
Growth spurt.
That's what the word is?
Yeah!
That's what it means? I have never known what that word is.
What did you think it was?
I thought it was... What did I say? Gross spurt? I thought that's what people were saying the whole time.
Term.
Yeah, I thought it was disgusting the whole time.
No, it's a spurt of growth.
Growth? Spurt?
It's a spurt of growing.
That's still kind of not...
Spurt is a bad word.
Spurt is disgusting.
Spurt's like you're spurting. Like sitting on a paint tube. Anyways, bring it back around to art.
No.
No.
No art.
No art.
Family discussions, height of siblings only. This is the height of siblings variety hour.
I like that. Yeah. We're documenting real life, similarly to...
How tall are you?
That's...
Is that private?
It's just complicated information.
Is this...
I have on my license, I think, that I'm 5'8", but I lied. I just wanted to see if I could lie.
You're like 6 feet tall.
Me? No.
I'm 5'11".
I'm like...
And we're like the same height. Sometimes I feel like you're taller than me.
I think I'm 5'7".
There's no way you're 5'7", because I'm 5'11".
But I wear, like, platform boots sometimes.
When we're both barefoot, we're like forehead to forehead.
Maybe I'm 5'10". I've been telling people that I'm somewhere between 5'7" and 5'10" for like 6 years.
We need to like get a tape measure.
Yeah, measure me.
And measure your fucking height.
Yeah, do it. Tell me how tall I am.
Should we do it? I have a tape measure right now. I will tell you that you're 5'11". Right
no, we don't need to do it right now. We'll update next episode.
We'll update, okay. That's fine.
Interesting.
What the fuck?
What?
I'm fucking mad about this.
About how tall I am?
Yeah.
I just know that what's on my ID is wrong. Because I went to the doctor, and then I went to get my ID the same week, and I was 18, and I was like, I'm gonna lie.
That's an interesting thing, because if you were getting your license for the first time, couldn't you just really say anything you want? Like, the person is, like, I mean, if you said I'm 3 feet tall, they're not gonna believe you.
But you insisted.
But if you're like, I'm 8 feet tall, like, but you could just be like 5'3", and if the lady isn't, like, thinking about it, she'll just check off the box.
Well, I think they take your ID photo next to a ruler thing. Like, if you're getting a mugshot. It's not in the photo, but I think it's there. So, you can't lie much. You have to... I wasn't sure. It wasn't a full lie. It was like I'm pretty sure I'm not 5'8", but let's say it and see if that works.
Right.
And she was just like, fuck it, yeah.
Yeah. I think next time I have to get a license picture taken, I'm gonna, like, fucking shave off my eyebrows and, like draw a star on my face. And say it's a tattoo.
Why?
I don't know. Because it'd be cool. I would have a sick license picture for like 8 years or however long licenses last. How long does a license last?
I think
when
it's
do they
5
expire?
years. 5 years. Unless you got it when you were a minor and then they make you update your photo.
Right. Yeah. Yep. We're really killing it with this podcast.
This is great. I hope everybody loves our really insights.
That's okay. It's all right.
Speaking of life stuff, this is something
Okay.
I want to talk about, actually.
Mm-hmm.
My job situation right now. My conundrum.
How's it going? Did you get the job?
I don't know yet. So what my situation is that I obviously got laid off a million years ago in August, and I've been doing gig work for family and family friends since then, like carpentry and landscaping and painting and shit. Which has been fun, but it's inconsistent, and plus commissions too. So it's kind of all over the place. And I've been collecting unemployment to make ends meet, but it's been very stressful. So I've been trying to find a regular job. And right now, I'm waiting to hear back from a grocery store that I applied to. Seems like it'll be a pretty good deal. It's kind of exciting. It's like 4 p.m. to midnight. But it's interesting because my last job that I had that was a real job, that was like on paper, other than the carpentry thing, was membership sales for a museum, which is art related. It was a big girl job, whatever. And now I'm thinking about applying to a grocery store, which feels weird because that's what everybody told me I would do after I left art school, and I didn't believe any of them. But it actually seems like it'll be the best fit for me, and it'll be nice.
Like working at a grocery store?
Yeah, because I get discounts on groceries. Yeah. I work nights. Get paid a decent amount of money.
Yeah.
Like, there's kind of nothing wrong with it, but my insides are screaming about the fact that I'm not getting a job that's equivalent to the one I just had.
Well, let me say this too. Something I've thought about a lot is that, like, if you have a passion that isn't your career, you can't take a job that uses the same, that takes energy from the same source.
Yeah.
Like, if you were a fucking boxer, like you went to a boxing gym like every day after work, like you just were all about it, it would be a horrible idea to have like a super demanding physical labor job.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that means that you might not have the same, I don't know, you might not be fucking amped up and hyped up to go do something athletic after you get out because you've been doing something athletic basically all day.
That's a really good point.
So if you're an artist or a writer or I don't know, whatever the fuck, and you have a job that completely demands your emotional and mental and intellectual attention all day, every day.
Yeah.
Like if you were a teacher, that would probably take a lot out of your pool or in your energy, like, or if you were a therapist, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Therapists obviously have like an insane amount of training, so maybe they don't have this problem because they're like professional and like.
I imagine there's still a lot of self-care you have to practice though, so you don't have to burn out.
Yeah, they're probably better equipped to do the self-care though, maybe than others. I don't know. Anyway,
Possibly.
But yeah, I just think it's a good idea. Like if you, I don't know, and I think it's a pride thing too and an image thing because like in my family, my siblings, my aunts and uncles, my parents, all of them have like very like reputable jobs. Like the type of jobs where you don't sound like a dickhead.
Yeah.
When you tell people that you have them.
Yes.
Or a loser.
Yeah.
And that's fine because they're not doing that because they're less than or they're better than. That's just their path.
Yeah.
Like my sister's an architect.
That's really cool.
Because she went to school to be an architect because she liked fucking drafting.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? But I think it's about, for me, I think one of the only drives I have to get a legit job like that, like where I like feel really like I got a suit on, I feel good about myself. Those jobs are, like I said, are to feel good about myself.
That's true.
It's obviously dope to have money and stuff, but I mean, look at my furniture. It's all free. I have a milk crate thing. That chair was $7. It was a nice chair.
It's a beautiful Victorian
chair. It's a nice antique chair, and that's fine. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not living like a fucking Instagram influencer.
Yeah, you don't need to.
Or like in a beach house, or like.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, is that like my cost of comfort and my standard of living is really low, and that isn't because I hate myself or there are some improvements that I should make, but I also don't care. Yeah. Like I would live in like a little
cottage.
Little room. I would live in an Excel. Not in a prison, but I mean like
I'm like cottagecore and you're like jail.
No, I mean like I just really am okay with not like as long as I have soap, clean water, food, internet, a fucking bed. Well, like I don't really mind if it looks like shit or if it's cold or if there's ants. It's okay.
Ants questionable, but ants I agree with that.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I think the bar should be a smidge higher.
I love how I'm like, as long as I have water, food, Wi-Fi.
I know, you're taking it a little extreme.
Like that was like kind of like those are luxuries in themselves if you think about it.
True, but you need them to work out of your house also.
That's
It
true,
doubles
yeah.
as studio space.
Right. Yeah. True.
That is what I've been
This
coming
is a little
to, though.
studio in here.
That is what I've been coming to.